Now that my painting is pretty dry, I can start to add the details of the background. So for the top one, I see that I have these flowers, and for that, I'm going to use white paint. So I'm going to get my brush ready, clean it off. And this is pretty easy to make that texture. So if I'm trying to make this flower pattern here, all I'm going to do is use the tip of my brush to make these 5 little petals. And I'm going to do that repeatedly all over my page. It doesn't matter if they're not totally perfect. And by holding my brush straight up and down, I'm making sure that I'm not really spreading out my brush. I don't have ovals. I have more of a circular pattern for that. And for some of them, I could even go off the page a little bit. So it might be that half of it is going off the page. Okay, and I'm almost done with that. 2 more flowers here. Okay, and once I've got my flowers finished, I might even do another one right here, then I can go ahead and add the middle of my flower. So for that, I'm just going to use a little bit of orange and then put a little circle in the middle of each flower. All right, and now my wallpaper is finished, and I can go ahead and do the tablecloth. So for my tablecloth, that's sort of this pattern right here. So I'm going to switch paintbrushes. I'm not going to use a thick brush. I'm going to use a detail brush. And I'm going to use a little bit of black paint so that I can get these thinner lines here. So I'm going to start with some diagonal lines. There's one. My second one's going to be right next to it. And then I'm going to leave a little bit of space and do the same thing again. So they're all going to be in groups of 2. If I start to run out of paint too, I need to make sure that I reload my paintbrush and then continue. Because I don't want fuzzy lines. I'd like them to be very smooth. Okay. All right, and once I get to the other side, then I'm just going to do it the opposite direction in opposite diagonals like this. So there's 2 lines close together, leave a little bit of space, 2 lines close together, leave a little bit of space, and I'm going to finish up with the whole rest of the tablecloth.